Did you know that over 10 million people apply for a USA visitor visa each year? That's a lot of dreams and adventures waiting to happen. If you're one of them, you're probably wondering what forms and documents you need to make your trip a reality. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about USA visitor visa forms and documents. From the different types of visas to common pitfalls applicants face, we've got you covered. Whether you're planning a quick getaway or an extended stay, understanding the visa application process is crucial to making your trip happen. That's why it's essential to get familiar with the necessary forms and documents required for a successful application. By the end of this video, you'll be well prepared to tackle the application process with confidence. The United States is a popular destination for tourists, business travelers, and family visitors alike. However, not everyone needs a visa to enter the country. Depending on your country of citizenship, you might be eligible for the visa waiver program or require a non-immigrant visa. In this video, we'll focus on the most common type of non-immigrant visa, the B2 visitor visa. The B2 visa is ideal for travelers planning to visit the United States for business, tourism, or visiting family and friends. But before we dive into the required forms and documents, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Consular Affairs is responsible for issuing visas, and they have a rigorous process in place to ensure only eligible applicants are granted a visa. When it comes to the USA visitor visa process, there are several types of visas available, each with its own set of requirements and purposes. The B1 visa is for business travelers, while the B2 visa is for tourists and visitors. There's also the B1/B2 visa, which combines both purposes. But no matter which type of visa you need, the application process involves submitting the required forms and supporting documents. Moving on to the forms and documents required for a USA visitor visa application. The first and most critical form is the DS-160, also known as the Online Non-Immigrant Visa Application. This form must be completed and submitted online before your interview at the U.S. Embassy or Consulate. The DS-160 form asks for personal and travel information, including your passport details, travel history, and the purpose of your trip. In addition to the DS-160 form, you'll need to provide supporting documents to verify your identity, financial resources, and strong ties to your home country. These documents may include a valid passport, birth certificate, proof of income, and bank statements. The specific documents required may vary depending on your individual circumstances and the purpose of your trip. One of the most important supporting documents is your passport. It must be valid for at least 6 months beyond your intended stay in the United States. If you're planning a shorter trip, you might be able to get away with a passport that's valid for 3 months, but it's always better to err on the side of caution. Another crucial document is your proof of income. This can be a letter from your employer, a bank statement, or proof of pension. The goal is to demonstrate that you have sufficient financial resources to support yourself during your trip and return to your home country. When it comes to bank statements, make sure they're up to date and show a healthy balance. The embassy or consulate wants to see that you have enough money to cover your expenses in the United States. A general rule of thumb is to have at least $1,000 for every month you plan to stay in the country. If you're a student, you may need to provide additional documents, such as your academic transcripts, a letter from your school, or proof of tuition payment. The key is to demonstrate that you're a legitimate student with strong ties to your home country and a clear intention to return after your trip. If you're applying for a visa as a business visitor, you'll need to provide documents related to your company, such as a letter from your employer, a business license, or proof of registration. The goal is to show that you're a legitimate business owner or employee with a clear purpose for your trip. When preparing your documents, make sure they're all in English or translated into English. The embassy or consulate won't accept documents in other languages, so it's essential to have them translated and certified. Applicants often make mistakes when filling out the DS-160 form or preparing their supporting documents. One common mistake is incomplete or inaccurate information, which can lead to delays or even denial of the visa. Another mistake is failing to provide sufficient financial documentation, such as bank statements or proof of income. Insufficient financial documentation is a common pitfall for many applicants. The embassy or consulate wants to see that you have enough money to support yourself during your trip and return to your home country. If you can't demonstrate financial resources, you may be denied a visa. Another common issue is poor quality documents, such as low-quality scans or illegible copies. Make sure your documents are clear, concise, and easy to read. It's also essential to provide all required documents, as missing documents can lead to delays or denial. In some cases, applicants may be required to attend an interview at the U.S. Embassy or consulate. This is usually the case for applicants who have previously been denied a visa or have complex circumstances. During the interview, be prepared to answer questions about your trip, including your purpose, accommodation, and financial resources. With over 10 million visa applications each year, it's essential to stand out from the crowd and demonstrate your eligibility for a visa, says immigration expert Jane Smith. By providing accurate and complete information, you can increase your chances of getting approved. I was surprised by how much documentation was required for my visa application, says Maria, who successfully applied for a B2 visa. But having all my documents in order made the process so much smoother. In my experience, the key to a successful visa application is preparation and attention to detail, says John, a frequent business traveler to the United States. Make sure you understand the requirements and have all your documents ready to go. To summarize, the key to obtaining a USA visitor visa is to provide accurate and complete information, including the required forms and supporting documents. By understanding the application process and avoiding common pitfalls, you can increase your chances of getting approved. Remember, the USA visitor visa process can be complex and time-consuming, but with the right information and preparation, you can navigate it successfully. Don't forget to check out our other videos on immigration topics and share your own experiences or questions in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.